Coach Jarzinski told me he knows North is a heavy underdog. They've lost the last 9 meetings between these two teams, but both sides will be playing with high emotions in this rivalry game, and you never know who just might come out on top. Looking to get to 500 on this season, it was the unleashing of Aaron Jones that did the trick for the Packers tonight against the Dolphins. The second-year running back had a career-high 145 yards and 2 touchdowns on 15 carries to guide Green Bay to victory, 31-12 over Miami. The last time Wisconsin native Tony Bennett coached in a Final Four game, it was as a volunteer assistant under his father Dick with the Badgers back in 2000. Saturday night, when Virginia takes on Auburn right here in Minneapolis, the Bennetts will join John Thompson and JT3 as the only other father-son duos to lead their programs to the Final Four. Sprints are in the books at the finish line, but the race is won out of the blocks. It's as much about the start as it is the finish, and for those who go up against Eric Skifstad, they know that once the gun fires, a lot of the time the battle is over runner-up.
Set.
The focus this postseason for the Brewers has been the effectiveness of their outgetters on the mound, but it was the plate presence of reliever Brandon Woodruff that ignited the crew in Game 1 of the NLCS as he tagged Clayton Kershaw for a solo home run to lead off the third and get the Milwaukee offense rolling early tonight. They would need all the run support they could get as they hold off a late Dodgers rally to take the series opener 6-5. Eau Claire North point guard Dalton Banks has improved year over year and turned himself into one of Wisconsin's top basketball prospects in the class of 2020.
If you're in the gym working on your game, working on the details every single day, you're going to get the results you want. And I think that was the big jump, not only from sophomore to junior year, but from freshman to sophomore year as well. As I just continued to stay in the gym. I was consistent working on things that I needed to work on, and obviously it showed out on the court.
Banks averaged 22.3 points, 7.1 rebounds, 7.1 assists, and 2.6 steals per game this past season, earning himself Big River's Conference Player of the Year honors and a spot on the AP All-State third team. The stat stuffer tallied a trio of triple-doubles on his way to becoming North's all-time leading scorer, despite playing with a face mask and an injured hip at the end of his junior campaign.
It was a grind, obviously. Playing a lot of minutes, facing injuries. I mean, I truly just tried to do whatever I could to help our team win, whether that was 10 assists, whether that was 5 steals, whether that was a 30-point game. I really just was trying to do whatever I could to get a win, and fortunately I have the skill set to be able to do those things, and I just tried to use it to my best advantage.
After graduating a wealth of experienced players in 2018, the Huskies went from 21-4 to 14-9 last season with a first-round exit in the playoffs. Banks has a lot of accolades to his name, but he's never played in the state tournament in Madison, something he's hoping can happen his senior year.
The one thing I'm missing is that trip to the Cole, and I mean, I think that's the one thing that I really could get that would solidify me as one of the best players here. And we're working really hard to try and accomplish that.
Given his success in all-around game, Dalton Banks has drawn interest from plenty of Division I college programs, including 2 in-state and 2 out-of-state scholarship offers. As he begins his final year on the AAU circuit, Banks says he'll use this summer to improve his game before making a commitment in the fall. Reporting in Eau Claire, I'm Mike Cianciolo for Sports Scene 13.
WEAU 13 News presents Sports Scene 13.
Welcome back. The number 1 team in the land already lost this week. Could Wisconsin hand number 2 Michigan their first loss of this season? The Wolverines, one of just 2 undefeated teams left in the country. Ethan Happ of the Badgers hoping to pull off the upset in Madison. Michigan led by 2 at the half. Good ball movement by Wisconsin ends up in the hands of Aleem Ford for the straightaway 3. Badgers take a 40-39 lead. A few minutes later, Wolverines ahead by 3. Not for long. Nate Reavers finds Ford for the and-one bucket. Count the free throw. We're knotted up at 43. Michigan would take the lead at the line after that. Then Wisconsin goes on a 7-0 run that started with this Ethan Happ layup. Happ making huge plays in the second half. Demetric Trice finds the senior on the baseline for the one-hand slam. Badgers up by 6. Wolverines take a timeout. They had no answer for Ethan Happ today. The All-American finished with 26 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists. Bucky still ahead by 6. Michigan trying to cut the deficit down to 3. Xavier Simpson's shot tipped by Reavers, and Nate Reavers will seal this one with a dunk. Wisconsin knocks off second-ranked Michigan 64-54. Doubleheader action at Zorn Arena tonight between UW Eau Claire and UW Stout. Starting with the men's game, Luke Geiger drives to the rim, gets fouled, and still hits the shot. The free throw gives Stout a 5-point lead. Blue Gold's battle back. Spencer Page works his way down low and hits the short jumper. That puts the Blue Goats up 37-27, and they would stay hot in the second half. Ben Wittes locks and loads on a three-pointer. Eau Claire up 46-33. Then the icing on the cake. Wittes comes up with a loose ball. He sends it up court to Tyler Kittleson for the two-handed slam. And all-around dominant performance from Eau Claire tonight. They win 87-64.
I was really proud of their effort just from the beginning of the game, the way that they came out and just executed on both ends of the floor. I thought it was a really well-played game. We knew Stout was going to come in with a lot of energy and a lot of effort, and I thought we were able to come out and start the game the way we wanted to and play that way the entire time.
Earlier in the day, Blue Gold and Blue Devil women squaring off. Hallie Hepner scoring early and often for Eau Claire. Three-pointer here, part of her 19-point first half. Blue Golds with a 2-point lead. Stout taking control in the second half. Kincaid Diedrich swishes home the three. Blue Devils up 67-64 late. The Blue Golds in need of a bucket off a missed free throw. Hepner dishes to Ellie Clayton, who sinks the triple. Pull Eau Claire to within 2. At the other end, off of the miss, Amber Fabic collects the rebound and gets the putback to fall. One of 21 offensive boards for Stout. Blue Devils would not relinquish the lead from there. They win 81-76.
First of all, credit to Stout. They shot really well. I always feel like if we score, in the 70s, we should win. And just disappointed on the defensive end of the floor. We had some opportunities, we had some leads where we could have grown our lead, and we went away from what we're good at. There were some times we were undisciplined, we were unfundamental, and it cost us, and they took advantage of it.